I'm going to talk about the one of the techniques that, or one of the things to think about that for me has been probably the most important thing when thinking about mental health and well-being. I'm Dr. Jo Stewart and I'm a clinical psychologist. So this is that we have to have a balance between four things: work, rest, play, and I include health. The problem with that is that there are only 7 days in the week and there are only 24 hours in the day. But if we don't have some kind of a balance between it, then that can cause problems. So let's say, for example, I work a lot, I play a lot, and I exercise. But because I do those three things a lot, then I don't have any time, much time for the rest bit. So the problem is, if I don't rest, if I don't get good sleeps, then what that will do eventually is it could lead to a burnout, okay? So let's say, for example, then what I do is I have to work a lot and I rest a lot and I take care of my health, but I don't have any time for fun things. What that can do after a period of time is make us feel low in mood, okay? What about if I have to work a lot and I play, but I don't have any time for exercise or looking after my health? Well, maybe I have time for rest, maybe I have time for playing and I have time for work, but over a period of time, if I don't exercise well, then that's going to start impacting on my sleep. So maybe that's not going to be so good, and then I might lead to burnout. So you can see that it's really important to try to find a balance between those four things. Now, in my life, I am a mum. I've got a busy career. I have, I have to look after the house. There's lots of things going on. There is not a lot of time in the day to keep all of those in balance, and I have been constantly tweaking it my whole life. My children are a bit older now, so it's a little bit easier, but it's not easy. So, but just keep those things in mind. Keep those things in mind that, I don't know, maybe if it's you're doing things for your children all the time, and so you get no time for rest, well, eventually that's going to affect not only you, and if it affects you, it's going to affect them. Or let's say, I don't know, you run a business, and so therefore, and everyone's looking at you because you're responsible for financially supporting so many people. Well, that's obviously going to lead to burnout, because eventually it affects our sleep if we're not looking after our health. There are so many different